Hello and welcome to my video, MGTOW shaming language. What do MGTOW mean when they say shaming language? Shaming language is when the opposing party is unwilling to address the MGTOW arguments, positions or evidence and resort to childish name calling or general shaming tactics, such as saying that you're a loser, you'll never get laid, etc, etc. This is extremely weak and it's not very effective. And many people will just tell the opposing group it's just not going to work. Like we've seen it all before. It's just such an obvious tactic. Because if MGTOW makes a statement, 50% of marriages end in divorce. How will telling me, oh well, you're a loser, you would never get married anyway, you'd never find anyone to attract you, how does that affect the marriage rate? How does that make that statement untrue? It doesn't make any sense. The use of any shaming language to any MGTOW argument doesn't make any sense. Even the one like, let's say if I make the statement, I am no longer going to get into long-term relationships. By using shame and saying, oh, well, you wouldn't be able to attract a woman for a long-term relationship. Again, it doesn't actually change my stance. Now, you might say, oh, that's the reason why. Oh, it's because you're such a loser. But again, it's just a very, very weak argument. And then I'm not going to reveal my personal history to prove and debunk you. I'm just going to laugh because it's just such a weak attempt. Like, why are you not asking, well, why are you not wanting to get involved with women in a long-term relationship? Could women have some flaws or issues? Could there be some societal problems? No, you're not going to even think about that question. You're just going to go straight to the shaming language, okay? I see how we're playing this game. Well, I think I'm going to give up. The game's rigged and I'm out. Bye-bye. As a man, shaming tactics have been used against me and constantly do, which is fine. It's just part of life. For example, how many times have you been with a group of men and then they've suggested to do something possibly dangerous, and then the second you don't want to do anything dangerous or risky, they just start insulting your manhood and be like, oh well, you're not a real man if you're not willing to drink this extra shot or do this dangerous thing. And for me, I never gave in to peer pressure. Well, I considered by sort of submitting to someone else's will in such a way wouldn't be very manly at all. Like, for example, I've never smoked in my life and everyone was like, oh, try cigarettes, when they was all doing it. And I'm like, nope, not going to happen. Another place in my life where I was subjected to lots of shaming language is gaming. I remember online gaming. I used to quite enjoy it. The second you made a mistake, or you played on a team and you didn't score amazing scores, everyone would be like, oh, what a retard, you suck. And some of them, they'd be telling me terrible stuff like, oh yeah, well, I hope you die of AIDS and all kinds of stuff. But in essence, what they're really saying is they're giving you a statement of fact. Your performance in this game that you played was poor. You can do better. Or maybe they're not saying you can do better, but they're saying that your performance was poor and get good, improve. Now, I myself have told people, like, look, if you want to play with me, you need to get good at the game. If you don't want to get good, don't even talk to me. I don't know. I have no time for people who are really poor at the game, and then when I play a team game, I need to work extra hard to ensure victory. That's not going to be a lot of fun for me. I want to have teammates that I can rely on them. That's the whole point of being part of a team. It's no good being in a team where I'm really good and everyone else sucks, and to win I need to just perform miracles. That isn't, for me, that isn't a lot of fun. Shaming language and online discourse. Now, for me, when someone makes statements or claims about facts or the nature of reality, and let's say someone was wrong. Let's say I made a statement about reality and it turned out to be false, and then everyone starts shaming me for being a retard. Now, I honestly see no moral or ethical or logical opposition to this, because ignorance is not a valid defense. Ignorance is just an excuse. Now, where there's some issue is if let's say I'm wrong on a statement of fact, and then you just say you're a retard, that isn't very persuasive. I'm probably still going to be wrong tomorrow if you just called me a retard. Now, if someone made the full sentence, you're a retard because you're wrong on the facts, or they explained how or why I was wrong, I might listen. Now, the trouble is with online discourse is, unfortunately, lots of people, before they're even, when they make all their statements or claims, they've really already made their mind up. So, and the joke is, I love the new online discourse. If someone disagrees with you and you make some statements, just shout leftist or collectivist or social justice warrior. Be like, oh, you're getting all emotional. And it's like, you're wrong on the facts. You're a retard. Like, it's nothing more difficult than dealing with someone who is 100% wrong on the facts. You give them more than enough evidence, and then they're still arguing that they're right, and they're not trolling you. They really are that dumb, and it is very difficult. As I've mentioned before, my dad is a creationist. I've lost count the amount of evidence I've showed him that he's just 1,000,000% wrong. What more evidence? I even come up with my own evidence to debunk creationism. I was like, okay, look at the moon. You're telling me all those holes and craters are in the last 4,000 years, because in your book it says the moon was perfectly formed. So which is it? And do you reckon in the last 4,000 years, when you looked up at the moon, you would see stuff smashing into the moon, create all those craters? Or do you reckon everyone went to sleep and it just gained a crater every now and then? And there's not trees that are more than 4,000 years old. How do you know how old a tree is? Well, every year it grows, it gets a new ring. I was like, yeah, shaming language and the use of controlling others. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not a contradiction. So I have no issue with someone correcting someone if they are wrong on the facts. I take issue with people who use shame to control other people. Now, within my life, the most common or frequent example I see of this is wives berating their husbands publicly for like a minor infraction. And then they'll make it and blow it up into a big thing like, oh, you're an idiot. Oh, you never do anything right. And they just start shaming them publicly. And that, for me, that's not really acceptable, that to use shame in a way of controlling people. And again, women are the masters of manipulation, and I see women using this tactic a lot more often. Now, I'm not going to delude myself and say that men use the manhood shaming tactic all the time as well. But I think the difference is, let's say, for example, you're at work and people are shaming you to do something stupid, dumb or risky. That's a different matter entirely to a woman publicly shaming you and dictating your life and using that as a form of control. Because quite often I found within men, it's usually just to do something a bit dumb. It's not something to control you for a prolonged period of time. It's usually one instance, one action. Okay, classic example. Your friend buys some shots and you go, oh guys, I think I've had enough. What do they all say? What a pussy, have another drink, oh my god, what a lightweight. And then they might even get a bit loud and a bit leery. Hey guys, listen to this, he's only had 4 pints, pussy. We'll get you thrown out, mate. Like, don't even talk to me again, mate. You're such a pussy. Just take the shot. Be a man for once in your life. Overusing the label or the term. Now, I've actually had the situation where, in my opinion, shamer language has been overused. So, I watched the video, and then I went to the comment sections of the video, and Anti-MGTOW posted the comment, you swear too much in your videos, I don't like it, could you not swear so much? Now, I took great issue with this, and I shamed him, I logically destroyed him. The thing is, this argument is as old as YouTube itself, and for me, I want to listen to the unfiltered opinion of the content creators I decide to watch. I don't want them filtering what they say in any way, shape or form. So to say that, oh, he was swearing and using some bad words, reminds me when I was a dirty teenager and everyone was swearing at me non-stop. It's so childish and pathetic. And some people jumped to this guy's defence because I was calling him mentally weak, which is true. He is mentally weak. If he doesn't like it when people use bad words. I'm sorry, but you're not a real man. You're not an adult. You can't take words on the internet, words in a video that you voluntarily chose to watch. You can't accept those. You can't take those. You don't like those. That is very, very weak. And the people are jumping to his defence and saying, oh, you're as bad as the feminists, you're as bad as women, you're just shaming him. He's just trying to share his opinion, and MGTOW, we should listen to everyone's opinion. I did listen to his opinion, and I decided that his opinion is invalid, and I destroyed him. I gave him the full reasoning of why his opinion is just so weak, and why should he censor the content creator? Why? Just, again, he's got no argument. He had no argument. He had no counter. He had no counter. There's no counter to free expression. There isn't. If I say I want 100% expression, I want full expression, and you reply with, well, I don't like it, that is not a strong argument. And again, it's just using swear word, well, cough, cough, like I use swear words. Sometimes you just use swear words just an exaggeration. So instead of saying someone's this or someone's that, you might add an F word, and then you've made it so much more. And I've seen it in a few comment sections before when there's been some disagreement between different people overusing shaming language. So MGTOW shaming language, for me, the strictest definition is, if someone's trying to shame you not to be MGTOW, then that's shaming language. Everything else is just fine. And as I said, if someone starts shaming me because I'm not very good at a computer game, or they shame me because I'm wrong on the facts, then those are both perfectly valid, and I'd probably reward them. I'd appreciate that they did that. Maybe I wouldn't appreciate exactly instantaneously, but maybe after some reflection, I might appreciate that. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.